Hi gang, welcome back to the Andrea's Latina Ever. Tonight's topic is going to be a happy 4th for all you guys out there and people, veterans and everybody celebrating. 4th of July is special, especially if you grew up in a military town. My favorite 4th of July was when I went to Coronado to visit my old friends from high school, and I just went back to see the parade basically, which was freaking awesome. You know, the military guys coming off the Navy base. But during that time, I didn't realize how special it was until you're actually sitting there and you have friends camp out at 5 o'clock in the morning to save your spot. And you know, you start drinking about that time. Of course, you know, when you're in a military town, everybody gets plastered. And we had a jolly good time. And I'll tell you, I started from sunup to sundown, and I think I ended the day talking with a group of captains in secret tunnels and all sorts of weird stuff like that. And it's very funny because I got political on them. Of course, you know, when you have a few drinks, you don't even realize like your friends' fathers were like higher ranking guys than your own dad. But you know, they hung out with this lowly chief petty officer's daughter, and I thank you guys. Anyway, I had this little thing I wanted to share. It is a little thing that I had in my refrigerator. Well-behaved women rarely ever make history, and so I want to say, Dana Perino, you're not going to make history because people like you don't make history. Anyway, no misbehaving woman like the Andre Latina ever makes history either, because you can't say fuck, shit, damn, you know, or anything like that and be respected in this party. But you know what? People are people, and we should be able to, you know, I'm a daughter of a sailor, and people go, you know, you have a potty mouth like a sailor, and I'm like, yeah, I do. You know, I grew up with one in my house, you know, so what do you fucking expect? And he was a New Yorker too. With that said, I got shunned or dissed on Twitter by somebody because I made fun of Michelle Obama. I made the you know, kind of like the he/she comment, you know, and it's really funny because, you know, she's built like a man. She's macho, you know. She's got some bigger guns than Barack. But you know, I really don't like her because, you know, I just don't agree with her politics. So you know, I do make fun of her. And somebody said something like they wanted to ban the people that made fun of all the liberals. And so it's really funny how liberals can dish it, but they can't take it. For example, like they spit on people and stuff like that. And I really hope one of them spits on me, because I fucking will like love the excuse to fucking fuck somebody up, okay? Because I like to fight. And so I'm just waiting, man. I'm waiting. And my little fist guns will go, bam, you know, right in your face, because I really don't have any self-control. So that's just me. Somebody referred to me as toxic. Oh God, what was that guy's name? That little bald piece of shit that like has his own radio show. Oh God, he stole my umbrella. You know, that guy, that the only fucking idiot out there that gives the conservative news. See, he's so irrelevant. Oh, yeah, it rhymes with piss. His name is Chris. Anyway, Ingram, he is really sucky at words with friends. The guy is the ultimate dickhead, and he really is a liberal. He used to work for CNN or something like that. And he's only there because he's a little chicken shit weasel, and his daddy's probably somebody. Like most of the people in the media, your daddy's got to be somebody. But anyway, Joan Rivers didn't have a daddy that was somebody. I like that woman, and I'm going to tell you why I like Joan Rivers. Is because she, like Trump, kind of said it like it is, and she didn't like kiss anybody's ass. You know, she was just really, really, really herself. And I appreciated that about her. She reminds me of my grandmother from New York, who is the most hateful, toxic bitch on this earth. I love my grandma, though. Love my grandma. My grandma is so funny. She says she doesn't have any fucking friends. And I asked my dad why that was. And she says she doesn't want to like do any favors for anybody. I'm just kind of like laughing because, you know, right now she's really old, and she kind of could use some help, and I would really like to be there for her. But you know, she's just so darn ornery sometimes. She's a little hard to take. But she's in New York, and one of these days I'm going to venture there, and I hope to get there before she kicks it, because you know what, she's a hoot. Anyway, you know, she defies all logic. You know when people say you got to take care of yourself, you got to be positive, you got to do this, you got to do that. I mean, Grandma drank Diet Pepsi like Donald Trump her whole entire life. She drank that shit water, whatever that is, you know, and she never took care of herself. She just like ate whatever. She was just a human garbage disposal, you know. And her mouth was the same way. And she just kind of said, you know, whatever she felt. And she was just very, I guess we call it keeping it real, right, Bill? You know, New Yorkers, they kind of keep it real. Anyway, you know, this year she had something with her heart. And they decided not to put the pacemaker in because she's so fucking old that she didn't need one. And then after she had that surgery, her hernia exploded. You know, I have one of those too. And it was really ironic because, you know, she happened to make it to the hospital to have the surgery and everything. But, you know, all in 1 year. And yet, you know, I worry about, like, not being able to get up there in time, you know, before she kicks it, you know, just because I want to see her one more time. But, you know what? She's the type of person that will just take a licking and keep on ticking. She's like a Timex watch, you know, and she's just freaking awesome. And we should never put people in boxes, you know, because, you know, Grandma comes from that generation, you know, we were talking about illegal immigration and about, you know, the Mexicans coming on over. And she's like, I'm okay with those people, at least they fucking work. And then, you know, she goes on about all the lazy Russians that live in her complex, you know, and I'm like, Grandma, you know, but it's funny. She's like, yeah, they get on the welfare and they eat too much and they push you over on the bus. And you know what? That's just being real, you know, because our immigrants that came over here from years ago, like the Italians and the Irish, Grandma's Italian and my grandpa's Irish, and, you know, there's like little names that they had to, you know, that were inappropriate, like, I mean, when we got into a fight in my family, we'd hear words like, you know, you guinea and you wop and, you know, I don't know what else but, you know, you try to like push that aside, right? You know, because it's so politically incorrect. But, you know, people weren't treated very nice. They had to remove the O's, you know, so Sullivan, O'Sullivan became Sullivan. You couldn't have that freaking O because you didn't want anybody to know you were, God forbid, you were Irish, you know. But anyway, all the immigrants before then, you know, had to leave something behind. Like they had to drop the fucking O before they came up when they came over here. You know, so here we make accommodations for these new immigrants who keep their language and preserve their culture, and then we promote that in their schools, and then we don't even, you know, like follow the immigration laws and stuff like that. And then if you say, you know, what they're doing is wrong, you're a racist, you know. But anyway, you know, so be it. And racist is a new term for anybody that doesn't agree with the leftist agenda. You know how, like, in Nazi Germany, they had some horrible words for those Jewish people. They called them pigs, kind of like the liberals calling the conservative people racist. And because, you know, they didn't agree with some of the things, or they didn't like the people that were successful making more money, and those people were forced out of business, and they were forced into like a slave labor lot. And when you do that, when you take from one person to give to another person who didn't necessarily earn it, but they got it because we're furthering them because, oh, they're Hispanic, you know. Hey, you know what? We all come from somewhere, people, and what makes America really the greatest place of all is that we assimilate and we honor the flag and we love our country, love it so much that we fight for it and we fight for the freedoms that have. But if you keep allowing things just to keep existing and going on, we're not going to have much of a country left. And so you can hate Trump as much as you like. You know, it's absolutely refreshing to see somebody stand up to the left and their agenda, and they are looking really ridiculous right now because they're up there going, hey, we're gonna give you free this and free that and free, you know. And it's like, hey, you know, you do the math and you realize it doesn't add up. So anyway, you think about this holiday and you think what it really means. It's more than just picnics, liberals. It's people that fought for our freedom, died for our freedom. And you know what? Freedom isn't so free when somebody loses their life for it. And I want you to think about that. Have a great day and God bless.